Hello, how are you today? Today we're going to talk about pivoting. And when I think about pivot, it reminds me of that episode of Friends when Ross Geller bought himself a couch and he couldn't get up the stairs. So thank you, Ross, for today's title. Anyway, on the subject of pivot. Isn't it exhausting to question yourself over and over, to wonder if you're the person you're supposed to be or if you're doing what you're called to do? And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who does that, but I doubt it. So if you question yourself too, those wonderings are signs that something's out of alignment for you. And it might be your work, it might be a relationship, it might be the way you're eating or exercising or any number of other things. And you need this experience of wondering, of questioning, because that's how you grow. And if everything always feels comfortable, nothing ever changes. So it's important to trust the experiences of beauty and pain that you've had and that you will have, that they're part of the life you incarnated to live. And those experiences are clues that help you to see what it is, to learn the lessons you need to learn and to grow in the way that you're meant to grow. So my most recent experience of questioning came during a visit from depression, and these visits never last long. Thank you, universe. They never last more than a few days for me, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So many others suffer from far greater depression than I do. Mine seems to be, fortunately, very mild. Often it lies, but many, many times my depression comes and brings a lesson with it. And again, I think for me, that's kind of the point. Because when I get depressed, it's not so much that I sit there and think to myself that everything's dark and gloomy, although there's an aspect of that. It's also, depression gives me this opportunity to really sink deep into myself and really, really, really look at what maybe brought on that visit from depression. So it comes with lessons for me. And this most recent lesson I got was about pivoting to embrace what I've always known I'm called to do rather than what I think is just going to make me money. Now, don't get me wrong, I love money. Who doesn't, right? And I love making an income, and I'm going to make damn sure that keeps happening. However, what's come out of this for me is that it's time to pivot my focus so I'm aligned with who I truly am. Because again, for me, this depression always has a reason when it comes. And for me, it came because I was feeling very out of alignment with what I was doing and how I was showing up. So for me, because I'm going to pivot my focus so I'm more aligned with who I really am, that means I'm going to spend way more time creating, and then I'm going to share those creations with you and the rest of the world. So I am still processing what that will ultimately look like. But I know it means more art making. It means different products to sell. It means potentially creating some different coaching opportunities or programs or ways to work with me. I don't really know how that's all going to come together, but I think it's going to be a merging of a variety of things for me. So I'm going to keep showing up here to share what I'm learning in the hopes that maybe that helps you with your own pivot. But for now, I'd like to share this. At the core, at the foundation, you are always the person you are supposed to be, and you are always exactly where you're supposed to be. You are a perfect being of light. You're made manifest on this plane to live this life of beauty and pain so you can grow. That's what we're here for, is to grow. And growing means keeping yourself open and willing to pivot when you feel called to do so. And whether you pivot or not, doesn't matter. No matter what, whether you pivot or not, in every single moment, you are perfectly you, just as I am perfectly me. So I'd like to know, what are you questioning about yourself, and how might those questions help you grow? And if you'd like to talk about what those questions mean to you or what it even means to be you, leave a comment below, send me a DM, fire off that flare, and we'll find time to chat to see if I can help you. If it's not you who's questioning yourself right now, maybe you know someone else who is. And so if that's the case, please share this with them. It might just be something that they need to see or hear today. So for now, I want you to take care. I'm sending you loads of love, tons of peace, and lots of joy. Take care. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.